Hi, everybody. It's Monday, 7th of March. And today we're going to be working a bit on the shoulders, mainly some mobilization of the shoulders, which means getting the shoulders a little bit stretched out and getting into some interesting positions for the shoulders. So if you find that at any point there's pain, please back off the exercise. You do not have to go into any pain. There will be a stretching sensation, maybe, a little bit of pushing yourself a little bit farther, but please, especially if you have any issues in your shoulders, do not push. Okay, I'm going to mute everyone and then we're going to get started. So to begin with, you can be seated on your mat. You could also be seated in a chair, or if you prefer, you could even be standing. We'll start with the nodding of the head to get the neck mobilized and moved, which also helps to affect the vestibular system, which is responsible for our balance, the balance in the body. So keep your shoulders wide, chest lifted, and as we breathe in, we'll lift the chin. Look for the stretch down through the throat. And as you breathe out, lower the chin to the chest. Keep your chest lifted. We'll breathe in and lift the chin. Breathing out, we'll lower the chin. Good. And again, let's breathe in and lift. And breathe out and lower. Just some simple movements, simple exercises for the neck. One more time, breathing in and go slowly, breathing out. Then we'll come back and we'll just turn our head from right to left. Go to right and then back to center and left. Taking your time with this, just turn your head from side to side. Good. Keep going, side to side. See if you can bring your head back to center each time, and you'll feel a stretch down in the neck as you turn your head. Avoid turning the shoulders, just the head, and letting the neck do a rotation. That's it. Now bring your head back to center, and we're going to change a little bit. Usually I just do the nodding and the turning. Now we're going to turn our heads to look up to a left-hand corner and then down to a right-hand corner, as if you want to look at your right shoulder or your right knee. Let's do it again. Look up to the left and down to the right. Two more times, looking up to the left, down to the right, once more. So these muscular movements help to stimulate the nerves, which are connected to our vestibular system, which is the system of balance behind the ears. Bring your head back to neutral and we'll change. Looking up to the right and then down to the left. Good. 4 times. Looking up to the right, go slowly down to the left, taking your time and observe what's going on while you do this. Feeling the muscles, feeling the joints in the neck and at the base of the head. Last time. And bring your head back to center. Good. Let's roll the shoulders, meaning just circling the shoulders. Lift up, around, and down back behind you. Do this a few times. Up, back, and down. Beautiful. Up, back, and down. Excellent. Very good. Change directions. Now, this is a very interesting exercise because the T1, which is a vertebra at the very top of your spine, just before the neck, when you do this, it helps to massage all the tissues around that vertebra. Good. All right. From here, raise your arms in front of you. Turn the palms up and the thumbs point out to the sides. Yes. Taking a deep breath in, open your arms, opening the chest, squeeze your shoulder blades, keep the chin lifted, and breathe out. Bring the backs of the hands towards each other, round your spine, round your head down. Then again, breathing in, turn the palms up and open, lifting the chin, lift your chest at the same time. And then we bring the backs of the hands towards each other, round the upper back, tuck your chin. Let's do that again. Breathing in, open up, thumbs point back. Breathing out, bring the backs of the hands towards each other, tuck your chin. Breathing in, opening up, thumbs point back, lift the chest, yes. Breathing out, tucking in. One more time, opening up. And breathing out, tuck in. Bring your arms back down, good. Bring your thumbs into your armpits and bring your elbows down. Good. Now see if you can lift your armpits as much as possible, lifting the shoulders up. Take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, push your armpits down into your thumbs. That's it. Again, breathing in, lift. Breathing out, bring them down. Good. 2 more times. Breathe in and lift. Breathe out, bring them down. Beautiful. Breathe in and lift. Breathe out, bring them down. Release your thumbs, roll your shoulders once again. Nice big circles. Perfect. Good. Change directions of the circle. Excellent. Okay, everyone. Come down onto your hands and knees onto the mat. Hands should be underneath the shoulders. Knees should be underneath the hips. So we get into a cat-cow position. Once you're in your cat-cow position, open the fingers, but not too wide. Just gently open them. Feel like both hands become a suction cup into your mat. And take a deep breath in, curling the spine, look skyward. Breathing out and round, look to your belly button. And again, let's curl, looking skyward and around. Synchronize your breath. Breathing in, we curl. Breathing out, we round. Keep going, breathing in, curling. Breathing out, rounding. Once more, let's breathe in and curl. And breathe out and round. We'll come back to a flat back. Open your knees, and we'll just bring our right hand far out in front. Sink your hips back and feel a stretch through the arm, the shoulder, into the armpit, and breathe into this. Be sure you don't bring your chest too far to the floor. You just want to reach forward and pull the hips back so you get a lengthening through the arm and the shoulder. Again, just a reminder, please never go into any pain. You just want to feel the stretches and the mobilization, but please no pain. Coming back up, we'll change. Left arm goes far forward, and we sink our hips back, get the stretch into the shoulder, and take deep, slow breaths. As we stretch here, I just want to mention that stress and feeling like we're holding the world on our shoulders can create shoulder pain and shoulder dysfunction, simply because we get the shoulders in a poor position. Coming back, let's sink back onto our heels. So already, if you have a shoulder issue, come on down into child's pose. You can recognize that perhaps it started in a very high state of stress or a high state of feeling like you're carrying everything on your own shoulders. Sometimes just this realization helps to release some pain in the shoulders and get you back into a proper alignment. Lift your head, reach your hands far out in front of you. Coming up onto the hands and knees, bring the knees in, and we'll get into the bowstring position. So allow your hips to lift, allow your belly to lengthen, and you get nice curve in the low back. And we'll bounce back and forth, back and forth. Nice easy bounces to get the back body stimulated. Then we'll lift up the right knee, place the right foot down in line with the left knee. Reach your right hand out and bounce back and forth again. And you'll feel the rotation of the thigh in the hip, and it really helps to get us into a good position and warming up the hip. Then setting the hand down, stretch your right leg out to the side for the inner thigh, and again, bounce back and forth. Releasing this, bring the right knee back down onto your mat. We change sides. Left knee goes up, and the foot sets down onto the floor, same height as the right knee. So it's all aligned in the same line that's vertical on your mat. And reach your left hand out, and we'll bounce back and forth. Keeping this, stretch your left leg out to the side for the inner thigh. And again, bounce back and forth. Keeping a little curve in your low back, keeping the belly lengthening. Then we'll come back onto the mat. The knee comes down. Tucking your toes under now, let's take crouching cat. Knees are bent, hips are lifted, shoulders are over the hands, and we can lift our head. Bounce back and forth now, back and forth. Nice and easy, smooth movements, and keep breathing. Now open your feet as wide as your mat. Step your hands back. Fingertips are on the floor. Hips move way back, chest forward, chin lifted, and we'll bounce here in an open squat. 3, 2, 1. Push off the floor and set your hands on your thighs. Lift your chest far away from your hips and bring your right shoulder forward near the chin. Turn your head to look over your left shoulder. That's it. Coming back to center, change sides. Left shoulder forward, look over your right shoulder. Back to center. Right shoulder forward. Back to center. Left shoulder forward. Feel that stretch through the back. Back to center, one more time each side. Right shoulder forward. Back to center, and left shoulder forward. And back to center. Lift your chest now, but stay in the deep open squat. The hips pushing back, chest lifted, belly long. Raise your arms and feel like you're reaching up diagonally skyward. Sink down deeper and come back up. We do this 10 times. 10. Keep your arms up and stretched. 9, 8, 7. It's really warming the body. 5, 4, 3, 2. Here's the last one. Whew. Bring your arms by your sides and step your feet in. Very nice. From this position, knees are soft, hips are back, chest lifted. Reach around behind you and clasp your hands together. Push your elbows behind you and stretch your arms as straight as possible. Feel the stretch here in the fronts of the shoulders as well as in the pectorals. Hold for 3 deep breaths, lifting the chin. At the same time, notice just how far you can go with your arms and your shoulders. We're going to test it again later and see if we can improve the flexibility and the suppleness of the shoulders. Releasing, roll the shoulders a few times. Good. And step to the front edge of your mat. So find your perfect posture here. Knees can be soft, hips back, chest lifted. Hands come to your heart center. Okay, here comes the cardio portion of our class. So we move through things as smoothly as possible. If at any point you need to take a break, there's no problem. Take the break and then pick back up, okay? Take a deep breath in and raise your arms, stretch skywards. Bring your elbows to your knees as you fold forward like in a deep squat, and then your hands touch the floor. Step back to a plank position. From the plank position, lower your knees. Everyone lower the chest down. Point your toes. Now we're going to do something a little differently here. I want you to bring your elbows into a cactus position. Raise your head, chest, shoulders. Squeeze the elbows together behind you. Then bring the hands down and push up into a little cobra. Chest comes back down onto the hands and knees. Bring your right hand off the mat, left hand on top. Press the hips backwards. Get a good stretch through the side body and the shoulder. Come back to center and we change. Left hand off the mat, right hand on top. Press the hips back. Coming back to center, hands on the mat. Tucking your toes, come to down dog or crouching cat. Looking to your hands, step first your right foot forward, then the left, and then we scoot the feet forward, bend your knees low, hands to thighs, lift the chest. Now, in this position, if your back is okay, raise your arms by your ears. If, however, the back is a little bit sensitive, maybe you want to keep your hands on your thighs. Then we come all the way up to standing, arms by our sides, re-find your perfect posture. We'll do the same thing again, nice and easy and slow. Hands to heart center. Deep breath in, rise up. Elbows come to knees as you fold. Hands come to the floor and step back to a plank position. From the plank, bring your knees down. Move your chest down. Point your toes, arms in cactus. Raise your arms, squeezing the elbows up, lift your chin. Then hands under the shoulders again. Come up to cobra. Bring the chest back down, push back onto your knees. Left hand off the mat, right hand on top. Press the hips back. Get a stretch into the shoulders and side body. Back up, change sides. Pressing back. Back up, hands onto the mat, down dog or crouching cat. Then we move forward with the left leg first. Let's go. Left, then right, scoot it forward, bend your knees. Hands to thighs, come up into chair. Arms by your ears. And then all the way up to standing. Good. Modify as needed. Hands to your heart center, going again. Deep breath in, rise. Elbows come to knees, folding forward. Go ahead, stepping back to plank. I'm gonna come have a look. Good job. Bring your knees down, move yourself down gently to the earth. Beautiful. Elbows out to the sides for that cactus position. That's right. Then bring your hands underneath and coming up and into the cobra and push back, down dog or crouching cat. Good. All right. Step your right foot forward. So we've taken out the stretch now. And then your left, moving yourself forward. Good. Coming up into the chair. Excellent. Decide whether you stretch your arms and then all the way up to standing. Straighten your arms by your sides. Well done. Hands to heart center again. Deep breath in, moving through it. Take your time. Rise up, fold forward. Very nice. Okay, stepping back to the plank. Good. All right, bring your knees down and move down to the floor. Yes, get your elbows into the cactus. Lift up with the cactus first. Yes, and then bring your hands down and come up into cobra. That's perfect. Good. Push back, down dog or crouching cat. Go for it, everyone. Now start with your left foot stepping forward. Go for it, stepping forward. So you're in down dog or crouching cat now. Left foot forward, right foot forward. Get into the chair position. And then from chair, you can either raise your arms up or just come all the way up to standing, arms down by your sides. All right, we're going to add on to this and go a little bit faster. Stick with me, everybody. Hands to your heart center now. Deep breath in, rise up. Folding forward, elbows come to knees all the way down. Step back to a plank position. From plank, we're going to do a one-handed plank. You could lower your right knee and open your left arm to the sky, or spin both feet, side plank. Bring the hands down, back to a normal plank. Knees come down, move yourself down to the floor. Elbows out to the sides, raise them up, cactus. Then hands under shoulders, cobra. Then back, down dog or crouching cat. Raise your right foot now. Push it up to the sky as high as possible. Then, getting a little bit funky, we're going to bring the right knee out to the side. Okay? As if, it's kind of like doggy, a doggy up against a fire hydrant. So you want to lift your knee out to the side. Lift, lift, lift. Super good for your hips. Bring it back up behind you. Swing it forward, stepping forward. Bend your knees low, hands to thighs, lift the chest. Now, everyone is going to raise their arms up and then pull the elbows down 3 times. With the arms up, pull them down. So it goes into a cactus position. Out to, yes, like that. One more time, breathe in, rise up, pulling down. Come to standing, arms by your sides. Perfect posture. Hands to heart center. Let's go again. Deep breath in. Folding, elbows come to knees. All the way down, step back to the plank. You can lower your left knee, open up to side plank, or spin. Hold it here, 3, 2, 1. Bring both hands down. Everyone come back to plank. Then the knees come down. Move to the floor. Cactus with the elbows. Rise. Hands under shoulders. Cobra. Down dog or crouching cat. Now the left knee pushes up to the sky. Hold it up. Now bring it out to the side. Like you want to touch your knee to your shoulder. Hold. Then back up behind you. Swing it forward. Stepping forward. Hands to thighs. Lift the chest. Raise the arms. We pull the elbows down. 3. Keep going. 2. That's it. 1 more. Woo. Come to standing. Arms straight. Perfect posture. 2 more rounds, everyone. Hands to heart center. Let's go. Deep breath in. Elbows to knees. Go right down. Stepping back to plank. Bringing your right knee down or simply spinning. Side plank, holding 3. Keep the hips up. 2, 1. Back down to plank. Knees come down. Move yourself down. Elbows out to the sides. Cactus and lift. Hands under the shoulders. Come up into cobra. Push back. Down dog or crouching cat. Right leg comes up. Out to the side with the knee bent. Bring it towards the shoulder. Then back up again. Swing the right foot forward. Then the left. Coming forward. Bend your knees. Hands to thighs. Chair. Reach your arms up. Pull down in cactus. 3, 2, 1. All the way up to standing. Arms by your sides. Perfect posture. Yes. Hands to heart center. Deep breath in, rise up. This is the last round, ladies. Elbows come down to knees. Woo, stepping back to a plank. Raise either your right arm. You can lower your left knee as well. Side plank. Yes, take a break if you need to. Excellent, Sophie. Bring your hands down. Plank. Move yourself down. Knees first, all the way down. Getting into the cactus with the arms. Lift up the elbows. Yes. Then hands come under shoulders. Perfect, Sarah. Come up into the cobra and push back, down dog or crouching cat. Beautiful, everyone. Left foot goes up, push it up behind you, and then bring it out to the side, like you're gonna bring it towards the shoulder. Good. And then back up behind you, and then swing it forward, stepping forward, getting into the chair position, arms up, reaching, and let's pull down the elbows 3 times. Let's go. 3, hang on to it. 2, and 1. Excellent. Coming all the way up to standing. and release. Good. Roll your shoulders, everyone. Take deep breaths coming out of the cardio portion. Good job. All right. Stay in the standing position and bring your elbows in front of you. See if you can touch both elbows together, palms together. Bend your knees a little bit, hips go back. And we're going to gently raise the arms 5 times. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Reach your arms behind you. Raise your right knee up in front of you. So stretch your pinkies far, far behind. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Hold the right knee up. Set your gaze at one point. Keep breathing. 3, 2, 1. Now send the leg behind you. Both knees stay bent. You get into a propeller pose, raising the arms even higher behind you. Set your gaze at one point on the floor, holding 3, 2, and 1. Come up to standing to release. Good job. Same thing. Elbows together in front. Knees bend, hips back a little bit. Pressing up. 5, 4. Good. 3. If it's painful, you don't have to go up as high. You can just do a tiny movement. 2, 1. Hold. Now bring your arms behind you, pinkies stretching back. Roll your shoulders back as much as possible and raise your left leg. Set your gaze out in front of you and stay calm, focused. Drop the shoulders. And folding forward, bring the leg up behind you. Set your gaze at one point, lift your arms up behind you. Holding 3, 2, and 1. Up to standing and release. Very good. This time, palms together, elbows as close as possible. Go up against a wall and bring your elbows up against the wall. Stepping your feet back, press your chest towards the wall. Now, for anyone with any shoulder issues, be very careful with this one, because when we put pressure against an inanimate object like the wall, you can go very deep into the position. So you want to make sure that you're not going too deep. If everything's fine, see if you can bring your thumbs into your upper back. Okay, so the forehead is almost against the wall, and you press your chest against the wall. Take some deep, slow breaths here. Releasing this position, press your hands against the wall to come off. And then we'll set our right hand against the wall, turn towards the middle of the room, have your arm as straight as possible and the shoulder going back behind the ear. Bring your opposite arm behind you. So if I were to show you from behind, we'll bring this hand behind and I'll turn my chest to the middle of the room as well as the head. Okay? Stay here and breathe. This stretch can be very intense. For me right now, it's going down the front of the arm and right into the fingers. But I don't have pain, I just feel the sensation. I'll turn back towards the wall and change hands. Set your opposite hand against the wall and turn to the middle of your room. Bring the opposite arm behind you. Turn your head as well. And come into the sensation of the stretch. I also have my hand at shoulder height, okay? Not higher, not lower. Take deep, slow breaths. Releasing, stepping away from the wall. Clasp your hands together behind you now and stretch your arms behind you and just notice the difference. Perhaps there's a difference from the beginning of class when we did this. Maybe your shoulders a little bit more open, a little bit more fluid, perhaps a little bit more hydrated because we've moved those joints. Release, set your hands onto your shoulders and draw big circles with the elbows so they go up and around. Good. Change the direction of the circles, opposite direction, up and around. That's it, ladies. Very good. Once more. And bring your arms down. Last little shoulder mobilization. I showed this last week and I got a lot of good feedback. You'll bring your hands behind your head. Do the right hand on top of the left first. And then behind your low back, you need to turn, right hand on top of the left. And then we change again, this time left hand on top of the right, and down below at the low back, left hand on top of the right. Let's do this again. Right on top of the left, right on top of the left, low back. Then the left hand on top, behind the head, and at the low back. One more time each side. Right hand and right hand. Left hand and left hand. Relax your arms now. Good job. We finished mobilizing and stretching the shoulders. Now we're going to get into the floor work. Hands to the heart center. Take a deep breath in and rise up. Folding, elbows come to knees and step back to your plank position, everyone. Now, if your shoulders are sensitive, maybe you want to bring your knees down now. Or you could come down onto your elbows if you prefer. Sometimes this releases in the shoulders. You could also be on the elbows with the knees up. Choose which is going to be best for you today. Hold the position, lifting the chin, and let's stay for 5, 4, 3, 2, good, and 1. Lower your knees down, lower your chest down, and we're on our tummies. Hands under the forehead, move your hips from side to side to relax the back. Good. Okay. Lifting your head, chest, and shoulders. Bring your arms behind you and clasp your hands together. Now that we've got a little bit more mobility in the shoulders, this might be easier. Lift your head, chest, shoulders, and arms, and the legs. We're in snake pose. Hold the position for 5 breaths. Come on down, hands under the forehead. Move your hips again from side to side to relax and let go. Then lifting the head, chest, and shoulders, hands under the shoulders. We're going to do a classic cobra and we'll hold for 5 breaths. Rise up, opening the chest, draw the shoulders back, looking forward, and deep breaths. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring your chest back down. Hands under the forehead and relax and let go. Hips to side to side. Good. Lifting again, head, chest, and shoulders. Bend your knees. Reach your hands around behind you, touching the heels. Squeeze your shoulder blades. Lift the head, chest, shoulders, and the knees up off the floor. Holding the position. This is the alternative to the bow pose. 5 breaths, 3 more breaths here. Come on down, good job. Hands under the shoulders, Push up only onto the knees, please. Bring your hips back. Take your right arm and weave it underneath the chest to get a nice shoulder stretch. Bring your right ear down to the floor and stay here. You can reach your left arm far out in front of you to gain more stretch, or you could bring the left arm around the low back. Good. Releasing, set your left hand down, push against the floor to lift back up, and we change sides. Left arm goes weaving underneath the chest. Right arm can be stretched out in front of you, or you could weave it around the low back. Holding and breathing here. Bring the hand back down next to the head, lifting up. Let's bring the knees to one side of the mat. Come to one hip. So go on the side where you can see your device. You can see the camera. Slide down onto one side. Head is resting on the lower arm. Both knees bend. Lift the top leg. And see if you can get the foot higher than the knee. You don't want the knee higher than the foot because then you're going to be using the hip flexors. I want you to get the foot higher than the knee. When you bring the knee down, you're getting into the side glutes. The top arm is stretched out in front of you, fingertips on the floor. And we'll raise the leg, little pulses, 10, 9. Once we get working the side glutes, it really helps for the health of your hip. 7, 6, 5, 4, it's good. 3, 2, 1. Hold the leg up and you're going to stretch the leg straight and rebend. Let's go. 10, 9. You should really feel it starting to burn now. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. That's good. 2, 1. Point the toes down and lift the leg. Lifting 10, 9. Toes down, heel up. 8, 7. That's it. 6, 5, 4, 3. Looking good. 2, 1. Bring the top leg down on top of the bottom leg, and we'll roll straight onto our backs. Just roll onto your back. Elbows push into the floor, open the chest, let your back curve, and raise your hips up. And we hold here. Half bridge pose. We're going to be doing 2 of these half bridges. Lengthen out your neck. Really push the backs of the arms down so it gets the shoulders engaged. These kinds of positions are very good for your posture because we're drawing the shoulders back behind us. We're curving the back, lengthening the neck. And it also helps to release stress that may get built up in your shoulders. From here, we'll simply go straight down. Just let the hips come down. Bring your arms by your sides, turn your head from side to side, and relax a little bit. Now we're going to do the opposite side with the leg. So roll to your opposite side. Listen carefully. If you're rolling away from the device, you simply roll on the side, knees bend, the head is down on the arm, and the top arm is stretched in front of you, fingertips down. Begin by lifting the top leg. The heel is higher than the knee. And here we go. We pulse. 10, 9. Exact same exercises as the opposite side. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the leg up and stretch the leg straight. Push with the heel. 10, 9. Feel the outer leg working. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the legs straight, toes down, heels up. Let's go, lifting. 10. Get that outer glute working. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Rebend the knee and roll back onto your back. Second yogic bridge. Elbows into the floor. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Push down and raise your hips. Holding here. Use your glutes and your thighs. Lengthen out your neck. Shoulder blades come in towards each other. And we breathe deeply and slowly. Good. This time, raise your arms over your head to get a stretch into the shoulders, upper back, lengthening the neck. Lower the back one vertebra at a time. Very, very slowly. And once the back is all the way on the floor, you can bring the soles of your feet together, knees wide, if it's comfortable, or stretch your legs on the floor. And we stay here. Arms stay stretched over the head. Good. Now, if you have your legs stretched, bring them into this position, this butterfly position. Soles of feet together, knees wide. Clasp your hands and bring them behind your head. Now, when we do this, it helps to relax the neck. We need to make sure that we don't pull on the head as you lift. So if you keep your elbows wide and you lift really from the center of the chest or just at the base of the throat, that's going to help to keep the neck relaxed, okay? And we won't pull on the neck. So here we go. Soles of feet together, knees wide. Press your feet together so it contracts through the glutes. Feel a lift through your perineum. And we're going to lift the head and shoulders. 10. Breathing out. 9. Belly goes in. 8. Perineum is up. 7. 6. Push your feet against each other. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Now raise your knees and raise your legs. Point your toes and cross the right leg over the left. Lower your legs to a diagonal position where you feel the abdominals contracting, but you don't feel the back straining. No strain in the back. Keep curve there. And here we go. Same thing. We're going to rise up. 10. Breathing out. 9. Belly in. 8. Perineum up. 7. 6. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Raise the legs. Uncross, left leg on the right now. Lower the legs down. And here we go again. 10, breathing out. 9, belly in. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Raise the legs, uncross, grab a hold of your knees, and rock from side to side. That's beautiful, everyone. Relax and let go. Keep your right knee. Bring your left foot onto the floor and stretch your right foot to the sky, making a big circle with the right foot, releasing any tension that built up in the ankle. Change the direction of the circle. Flex the foot as much as possible and see how straight you can get the leg. If you create curve in your low back, it's going to create a perfect stretch down the back of the leg. If you need to, you could pull the leg towards you. Take deep, slow breaths. Cross the right ankle over the left thigh. Raise both legs, pull them in towards the chest, and hold here. Keeping the legs crossed, bring your left foot down and let your knees fall to your left. Right arm out to the side for a spinal twist. Shoulders stay down and we open up the chest and the ribs. Good. Uncrossing the legs, come back onto your back. Right foot on the floor, knee bent. Left leg up to the sky, grab behind the thigh, and make a circle with the foot to relax the ankle. Just letting go. Change the direction of the circle. And we flex the foot, straighten the leg as much as possible, getting curve at the low back. And we pull the leg gently towards us. We hold. Cross the left ankle over the right thigh, lifting both. Grab around the legs, pull them in, keeping curve in the low back. Bring the right foot back down to the floor. Keep the legs crossed. Let your knees go to the right. Bring your left arm out to the side. Spinal twist. Uncrossing both legs, lift your left knee first, right knee follows. Grab around your legs, pull them in, lift the head, nose between the knees, and then lowering the head down softly. Let's stretch one leg at a time onto your mat. And just here, cross your forearms and place your hands at your shoulders and close your eyes for a moment. Taking some deep, slow breaths. And just ask yourself if perhaps your shoulders are carrying a little bit too much. And what is it that you can do to allow the shoulders to relax, to let go of some of that responsibility? How can you make it better? How can you improve things? Open your mind to new possibilities. You never know. Bring your hands down by your sides. turning the palms to the sky. Allow the breath to move in and out smoothly, in and out of the body. And let's relax our feet and our ankles. Let's relax the lower legs and the knees. The thighs and the hips. Let's relax. The low back. The upper back. The tummy and the chest. And let's relax and soften the shoulders. The arms, the elbows, the wrists, and the hands. Soften and relax the neck and the throat. Sometimes swallowing helps to relax the throat. Let's let go of the jaw. Soften and relax. All of the muscles in the face. Allowing the face to become completely smooth. Soften and relax your thoughts even. Allow your mind just to wander wherever it wants to. And let's bring our awareness back to our breath. Feel the belly and the chest rising and falling with the breath. And make yourself a small promise that this sense of calm that you feel just now, you keep it throughout the rest of your day, no matter what happens. Keeping calm is a strength. Begin to gently move your fingers and your toes. And when you're ready, raise your arms over your head and stretch from fingers to toes, getting yourself long and stretched. And then gently raise your knees up to your chest. Squeeze your knees against your chest. Perhaps rocking from side to side, just massaging the back. Bringing your right arm to your right ear, roll to your right hand side, all the way onto the shoulder, onto the hip. Blinking your eyes a few times just to wake yourself up. And we can set our hands down onto the floor and push into the floor to lift from the side, coming to a seated position. Good. Nice. Let's rub our hands together. Really heat up your hands. Bringing your hands over your face as if you're washing your face clean. Tap gently around your eyes and shake out. Now this time, let's rub our hands together. And as we did when we were lying down, cross your forearms and go ahead and grab a hold of your shoulders. Close your eyes and feel as if your shoulders are melting, just melting, softening, like the ice and snow melting in the spring. And then letting go and bringing your hands to your heart center. Wishing you all a lovely afternoon. Thanks for joining. Namaste. Well done, everybody. Good.